So hopefully Juan remembers to wall that.
Yeah.
He's fighting in the middle of the map. Meanwhile, it's
Oh yeah.
seems that Nikov's got his Magadai there, whereas Tammy doesn't. It's gonna be pretty much
Oh yeah. Oh, Slaughter. He's
yeah.
caught out big time. And just got completely slaughtered there. He lost a lot of population.
Yeah, you can see here's where Tammy's Magadai are way to the south. He is focusing on pushing himself. He's gonna start trubbing down this castle of Martin.
He's withdrawing now. You know what? I really think I see a lot of people in games not use friendly foes and color, like what do you call it? Friends and foe colors.
Mm-hmm.
And I personally use it, and I think not using it really skewed a lot of people's judgment, because they see so many colors on the screen, they don't know who's outnumbering who. But if you use friend and foe, it becomes so easy to tell when you start losing the fight, when you're outnumbered.
Yeah, that is.
I really think enough people use it. Like, I don't know, to me, there is a disadvantage to using it, but the advantages outweigh it, I think.
Argentina now in a quite strong spot. They're in position to double down on Tammy here with Nikov plus the Paladins.
Look at Tammy going in with his Magadai. It's kind of risky choice that he's doing. He is going into Martin's economy, and usually you want to do you want to raid with your Magadai like that, especially when your enemy already has trade going and so on, because you can just put it in their trade and just, you know,
Slaughter
trade. Yeah, exactly. But doing it this early in the game can mean high risk and
oh my god, he's gonna lose all his trebs now.
It's definitely not high reward, because now, you know, the Magadais are gonna be caught out.
Yeah, you can see the position
like
he's in back at home.
Yeah, look at those Magadais. They're like, they can easily be walled in, right? And then, you know, maybe they'll be able to outnumber him in there. We'll see how it works out.
He's not even going to be able to run into the base of Nikov, who's already walled it off. Although, he's instead just going to fight under this town center, it seems. I don't know. Yes. Oh, Rat's trying to come in from the north with these Paladins, but he just gets caught out as well. It's getting difficult here for the Hong Kong team to group up together. They've not been able to fight as a team, really. It's just been Argentina catching them out with numbers, 2 versus 1.
Yeah, I think Argentina got, you know, the better map control, and I think that allowed them to, you know, that put Hong Kong in the situation they're in now.
Tammy with these Magadai trying to find a corner, a hill, or something to kite these Paladins that are chasing him.
Good news is that Mundi is finally...
Eason is in, and they could get on the trade, but it's not that much trade that he'll really be able to threaten at the moment. Argentina's just getting their trade going. It's not a ton of carts that he'll be able to kill.
No, it's early enough that it doesn't really matter that much. I mean, it matters because you're gonna stop it from growing, but they'll come in and kick you out, and they have gold mines left to be able.
Yeah, Hong Kong doesn't seem to have any trade there. As mentioned, weren't able to get the corners. They look like they're about to trade from 2 different lines, actually.
Yeah, they're probably a little bit confused. They don't know which one is better, right?
It's a tough spot, and you can feel the lag in this game too. I'm sure it's frustrating for the players as well. But Nikov's starting to ram down this wall, the wall here of Mundi. Although Tammy's going to get his Magadais up behind it. Should be able to buy himself some time here. Fortunately, his raiding Magadai are getting caught out here. He just doesn't have anywhere to go inside this base of Martin. Ooh, the fight over the walls here between Nikov and Tammy's Magadai. It looks like Nikov's getting the better of him. It's hard to tell with the walls in the way, but it seems Nikov may be on a higher ground here with more of his Magadai.
Yeah, Tammy looks like he's getting slaughtered. This is kind of dangerous. Tammy's losing. Like you said, he got his Magadai's trapped. I didn't like that decision of him going in there in the first place because there was not a lot to gain. Units to loot. Then now he's getting even more Magadai slaughtered. So if he falls too behind, might get wiped off the map. Like typically in Imperial Age, you can lose units and not worry too much. And that's only true.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about Eason going Cav Archer here?
I don't know.
Opposed to Paladin.
Think they mix in better with Paladin. Maybe that was their thinking. But those two players playing with each other, and then the whole player kind of playing on his. I don't know.
Well, look at here comes Juan with his Paladins plus the Magadai of Nikov. They are in onto the well, somewhere in between Tammy and Mundy's base here. Juan, meanwhile, is also trying to deal with what's going on back to the north of his base, and this one he may have a little trouble with. It's got maybe numbers on the Paladins of rats, but there's still a ton of Cav Archers there.
Attack an enemy now.
Phoenix is kind of caught up with Mundi now. I don't know if you noticed, but he went Castle Age and
Point.
so whatever little advantage they not there anymore. Now it's gonna be interesting to see if FedEx is just gonna boom till 200 population and start slinging there, or if he's gonna make army. I personally would like to see the Mayans continue to sling. I think once you have fully upgraded armies, the Mayans don't really offer anything. I'd rather see like a full population Mayan slinging a Mongols who does siege onagers. We'll see if the game gets to that point.
He is on 3 markets making a fort, so he'll certainly be throwing his trade into the loop here as well. Man, this is just like annoying, this lag. I really hope they get this sorted out.
Yeah, hopefully. I don't know. To be honest with you, if I was playing, I'd be going crazy right now.
Yes.
I can't stand the lag at all.
Yeah, I'm with you, man.
If it's annoying enough watching it, imagine playing in it.
Yeah, exactly. Mixing in some halberdiers here is Eason up to the north. But this is going to be tough. You can see the Rams are now getting in onto the castles of Tammy here. Only capped Rams for the moment. And see Magadai do that bonus damage first then. But he is outnumbered.
No, they did actually. It looks like they did win the fight on the north end. That is, Hong Kong won the fight. That's good news, but they're mixing in some halberdiers. That's helping against paladins.
Juan gonna start putting some helps of his own in here. It does look like.
Yeah, but now the Cav Archers come into play. The Cav Archers are great when you mix in all 3 units. If you're going Cav Archers and Paladins against just pure Paladins, you're losing. But once you start mixing in halberdiers of your own, they mix in halberdiers of their own, now the Cav Archers play a big role. It looks like Tammy's gonna be able to hold, I would say.
Yeah, for the moment, look, Nikov gonna retreat with his Mangadai.
Yeah, I think he's heading to the north end. They're concerned by that army from Hong Kong.
It is some siege rams in here as well. For Eason.
I think the game is pausing for them as often as it's pausing for us.
It would have to be, right, man?
Yes.
I can only imagine how annoying this is.
I honestly would not want to play a game like that.
Yeah. You can see those Cavo just picking off those Halberdiers nicely, and now they can start. Oh, they're gonna try to build a castle up in the middle of this trade line, and it's starting to get to the numbers where it really do a lot of damage. It's not too many gold piles left on the map at this point.
Yeah, no, the Mangadais are heading to that side, and once they get there, they're definitely gonna put an end to this.
Yes.
They're also sending more paladins, so once the Mangadais and paladins get there,
Yeah.
oh, there's no chance.
No.
If you're going for this strategy, it would have been interesting going with two Mongol players. Right, then you have 2 players able to poke the Mangadais.
Yeah, to be really strong in Imperial. Tough, but yeah, you can see Nikov starting to just about get his Mangadai up there. And then they'll be in, Argentina will be in pretty good shape. Tammy, meanwhile, still has to deal with all these paladins, plus the forward from Nikov.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't hear if you mentioned it, but they deleted the markets.
Yeah, it does look like they'll switch to the bottom side with Martin's markets here. He kind of deleted the walls that would have otherwise been blocking it. Open up the room for the trade there.
So that's really coming into play. You know, something so small as Martin rewalling and taking the other corner, but now they have another spot where they can trade.
Yeah.
Without losing significant profit. So something that was really, I guess, miscellaneous early on in the game turns out to be a big deal now.
Yeah, it's not going to do as much damage as they would have liked to have taken this corner that they were trading in.
Yeah. But it did give Tammy some more space and forced them away from his castles.
Yes.
Nikov gonna try to flank here, perhaps. It's Magadai. He just got the north route. As opposed to the south where he can get in behind the Paladins of Juan here. Damn, you're just gonna have to back away a bit, do some hit and runs on these Paladins. I don't know how he could really do that on this lag, but, you know, I'm sure he'll do his best.
I have a feeling this game is going to be a really long game.
I hope not.
Yes.
Or I hope at least they make it so it goes again.
I know what you mean, man.
Castle's up here for Eason. The north.
One interesting thing is we don't see any bombard towers yet, right? Typically by now you would have seen some bombard towers out. Stone is very cheap, so somebody on either side has been selling it.
Couple trebs here for Juan. I'm going to start hammering away at this castle as the Hong Kong team's going to back up to the hill.
Interesting thing, the Argentinian team Skype so much. I assume they're using Skype or something. I guess not.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I know
Doesn't seem
Nikov doesn't use Skype. I'm not sure if Martin does too. So maybe if Martin doesn't, might as well just type. Since it would be just FedEx and Juan, I guess. But yeah, I'm not too sure. Getting these cab archers on top of this hill. There's Easton here in the lag. Hey, I gotta. Let me switch to someone. I gotta take like a 30-second AFK. I'll be right back.
And you guys don't have to worry about much because that 30 seconds will probably be a 30-second pause because of the lag. So you're not missing a whole lot.
Servidora.
Presto. Sì?
Alright, I'm back. Well, it seems they've cleaned up what was going on to the north here. Argentinians have. As I guess the lag hasn't quite fixed itself. Well, obviously, seems that Argentina is in a stronger position here. We've got the better trade line, and they've basically secured with two corners here, top and bottom. Tammy with all these Magadai. Trying to maybe push down to the south here. You can see this castle going up from Nikov. Of course, suddenly this south corner would be very lucrative for Tammy to push down onto. Second castle going up as well. A couple of rams out and these trebs for Tammy. Oh, jeez. A slag. Ooh, Nickop needs to be careful if this trap hits this building castle. But now it's gone for this other one here. Oh my god, this is somewhat ridiculous.
Yes.
Oh, what the hell?
You can see some bomber towers going up by rats finally.
Hmm. Yeah, try to protect these top part of the base. Is he still trading from there? Yeah, Easton's, I think, still trading from there too.
That might be not such a bad idea, splitting up your trade like that. Doesn't get too congested then.
That's true. I mean, and then if you lose or get raided on one side, you're not totally screwed. But it's obviously a shorter distance also. Slightly less valuable trade line.
Yep.
See?
Well, they've definitely got time to think everything over before they do it here, and this lag, I'm sure.
Looking at the achievements quickly just for fun. Mundi slinged twice what FedEx did. Nikov actually collected the most resources in terms of wood, stone, and gold. He already has 19k gold, and he also has the highest trade profit. Some interesting facts.
FedEx and Monday are both preparing. Well, maybe not. Maybe just FedEx. I thought Monday would be, but instead he's just going all trade carts, I suppose. No, he is getting his barracks out as well. So they're going to start building some army. You can see everyone else is basically at 200, or, well, somewhat close to it, I guess.
Your game freeze by any chance?
Yeah, it did. Oh, there it goes again.
Yeah, I don't like the Eagles. I honestly would rather just see the gold go towards the Mongol players who can delete some villagers and maybe just spam siege onagers or something.
I bet siege onagers would be fun in this lag.
Because Eagles, when they're going up against Paladins and Elite Mangadai, they're not that strong, are they? Like they drop pretty fast.
Yeah, it's hard to sit here and objectively say that you'd rather have one eagle compared to one more Mangadai, right? So why not have the Mongol player delete some bills and you take over kind of the eco for them? It makes sense. Rat's trying to build outwards with these bombard towers a little bit. Mark's actually got some elite plumes, but I thought I only saw one castle from him. I may see 2 castles. Still missing some upgrades on them.
Food, please.
As for FedEx, got a couple of Eagle Warriors out here. Obviously need a bit of time to get all the upgrades. But time is what we have. We have nothing but time here with how slow it's going.
It's kind of ridiculous. Why are they not going back?
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked. It did seem like it was okay for like the first 30 minutes, you know? But once it got to this point, I mean, I don't know.
In the right mind wants to play this. I'd rather give an admin win than play this.
Yeah, this is just painful. Absolutely painful. Worth noting, I mean, you can see the scores. Hong Kong is caught up and on some occasions is ahead, depending on when the game pauses again.
What's more painful is that the game doesn't look like it's gonna end anytime soon.
Yeah.
Like you said, Hong Kong caught up. Well, who knows? If Argentina can push through on the right hand side, they might make something happen.
That is what they're trying to do. You can see some Halbs and Plumes now coming in from Monday to help out. All those Trebs, meanwhile, are actually firing on these Mangadai. And they're doing a pretty good job of it, to be honest. I'm sure you could probably pick an individual target for each one of those Trebs in this leg. Top here, it's Juan who's gonna get some help from FedEx. He does have El Dorado, missing a few attack upgrades. Rat's trying to get aggressive with some of these bombard towers to really take map control to push forward, establish a base to build from, push from. A bunch of the Trebs, though, have now been sniped from Tammy. You can see 2 of them have gone down.
I think I'm gonna head to bed, man. I can't.
This is painful.
I
hear you,
can't
man.
catch this. Oh, I'm really sorry. I'm kind of.
It's all good, man.
But,
I understand.
I don't think there's even a lot I can contribute. Like we're watching the slideshow together.
I'm a big fan of PowerPoint presentations, man. What can I say?
Okay, enjoy. Hopefully
Alright,
all
man.
the fans out there are enjoying as well.
Alright, man, take it easy.
I apologize. Good night.
It's all good, dude.
User disconnected from your channel.
Onagers now from Nikov. Obviously, with the Treb range, the line of sight, Tammy will see it and should have plenty of time to react, especially since every second the game pauses. I would think. If you got the shot off, I would be shocked. You can see how bunched up these Magadai are of Tammy. It could be a decisive blow, but yeah, there it is. He's going to back away.
Yes.
How's this going up here, up to the north? There's a bunch of Eagle Warriors that are coming in from FedEx. Char, of course, going to be pretty good versus Cav Archers and Halbs. Not so great versus the Paladins. Where?
Hello, Comet, can you hear me?
Yeah, hey, what's going on?
Yes, yeah, it's Argentina, and I just wanted to say that this is not an easy situation, not only for you as a streamer and caster, but also for the players and the admins. Like, what do you do? I mean, the game just stops. It's not like 500 milliseconds lag or 800 milliseconds lag. The game is stopping like for 5 seconds. So what do you do with that, right?
Yes.
I offered, actually after 10 minutes, Juan sent me a message like what to do about this, and I said, guys, save the game and restore it and connect on Hamachi. And like 5 minutes ago I sent it to FedEx, who is the host, also with the same thing, to save and exit and restore on Hamachi. But they don't want to do that apparently, so all we can do right now is just wait. Just wait for this game to finish. And honestly, Comet, I'm not expecting you to cast the next potentially 5 games here.
I'm pretty sure they won't play it like this. They'll go Hamachi and hopefully figure something out and make it work.
Yeah. Now, even if the next game like runs perfectly, I'm still sure the players will run out of time. So we will have to find a solution for this. Anyway, this game, even with all this lag and with the freezing, it is kind of close. It is kind of exciting. I just hope it ends soon. No matter who wins, like Argentina or Hong Kong, I don't mind. Like, just let it end. Let someone win, please.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. It seems to have gotten worse. It wasn't so bad for the first 30 minutes, but now it's kind of laughable.
No, as I said, like I got an early message from Juan, and I thought, okay, well, maybe it is a little bit of lag, and he's just messaging me just to complain. But then I had a look at the stream, and it is actually terrible. And I can't make myself a player, like instead of a spectator in the room while they are in game, so I can't really figure out who is lagging, like who has a bad ping. So there is no one to blame. Like even if I wanted to, right? Even if I wanted to point fingers now, you have such a bad connection, you FedEx or you Ethan or whoever, right? I just can't. I just don't know. So the only thing we can do is to save and restore.
Well, it's like completely frozen now, so maybe it'll drop and they'll have to restore. That would make me somewhat happy, as long as it actually fixes the problem if they go on Hamachi or whatever. Or maybe they've looked at it and said, hey, this is gonna take another hour to finish. Maybe we shouldn't play like this.
Honestly, you and me are in a pretty comfortable situation. We can moan about it, we can laugh about it, we can do whatever we want, but for those guys, they actually have to play this shit. And There's money at stake, and
Yeah, it's
think
running smoothly now, and I think that means that they went back because... Oh, nope, it's paused again. Okay, so they're still playing.
yeah, let's see.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, most of them are still in game. Only 3 out of 8 players have resumed.
Yeah, it seems they will still be playing it out to the bitter end.
Well, I definitely ground them to play the first game till the bitter end, but for the second game, this is not on. They need to find a solution. If it is Hamachi, if it is... I don't know what, closing their torrents or whatever this causes.
It's worth noting here. Right now they're just about at an hour in game time. Game time is 1.5 times real time, so an hour game time that normally would be 40 minutes game time. When we look at the lobby, we see how long they've been in there. It's some of them are actually coming back now. It's an hour and 20 minutes.
Yes,
Over
so,
80 minutes, so twice as long
yes.
as you'd expect.
Exactly. Normal speed in AOC is 1.5 real time. So 1 minute in real time, like if you look at your clock, would be 90 seconds in AOC. So here we are looking at 56 minutes in AOC, and how long has it been in real time, like actual time? It's been more than 1.5 hours. So the game is stopping so much. I'm not saying it's more frozen than like actually moving, but still pretty bad. So it is terrible. I've listened to the stream in Spanish, and then they have found some clear words like, you know, horrible, and you know, it's painful.
Yeah.
And I think no one would disagree. Neither Hong Kong nor Argentina would argue that this is fun or this is worth continuing in game 2. So let's just focus on the game for now. Let's hope it will finish soon and find a solution for game number 2.
Well, so it seems BOZ's given up on game 1. They've called GG and gone back. We'll see what, if anything, they are able to do for game 2. They appear to be discussing it now.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to barge in with that, but it looked like it. Argentina had the upper hand, and if they called it GG, then yeah, I can see why.
Yeah.